future. Get ready for the ride. We're going down to hell tonight, so strap yourself inside. There's a glaring contradiction in your world that's made of glass. Something small can shatter it and nail you to the past. The road beneath your wheels, the madness that you feel. Oh, you will pay with your life.
Welcome to the Metal Voice. Today on the show, Black Metal!
Fucking hurt me throat.
We got Venom Inc., Mantis, Abaddon, and Demolition Man. Here we are, guys.
Hello.
Hey, yeah, good to see you. Good to see you all.
Good to see you guys. I'm so happy you're here in Montreal playing Heavy Montreal. First things first.
Yeah.
There was some news. I don't know if you guys heard this or not. I need your reaction to this. There was a body found.
Oh yes.
There was a body found of a youngster.
Yeah.
And it's like from 20 years ago, like a cold case of some sort.
Right.
He had a Venom shirt on.
Right, okay, yeah.
And now, I mean, it's not a negative thing, it's a positive thing, because they're using the metal community to track down, hey, who's this guy? Do you guys know who he is?
Yeah.
Your reaction, guys. Your reaction to something like this.
Abaddon read it this
Finding a
morning.
dead body with a Venom shirt on, what's your reaction?
I think it's because of the size of the metal community and the amount of people who are very knowledgeable that something will be found out. Something will be found out very quickly. And I think it's because people care about each other. That's why we wanted to come to places like this, and we want to play to the fans and this kind of thing, because these people love this stuff, and these people care, and they will find out who he is.
Do you think they're going to use that T-shirt as a negative?
No.
It's Venom is a Venom. If you die when you're in Venom,
Well,
they might try.
And they do that. They try that.
Some people
Are you guys going to issue a statement in regards to this incident?
I think you should at least say that A, you had nothing to do with it,
Well, that's the main thing,
and B, it is not the original singer, because Jeff saw
And C,
not so long
Black
ago.
Metal.
And Black Metal, yeah.
Well, let's change gears. Let's go to something really positive. You guys are together, all right?
Yeah.
So, at what point did you guys decide to say, all right, guys, we're gonna stop the Empire of Evil. We're gonna go back to Venom. We're gonna call ourselves Venom Inc. Iron and Steel. I don't know if that's the whole. Is that the whole official name?
That's
Iron and Steel.
Empire's still running side by side.
Yeah, we're still going.
I mean, 3 days ago we were headlining a festival as Empire of Evil in Italy.
Yeah.
We came home on Monday, packed on Tuesday, and flew out here on the Wednesday. So the two things are running side by side. But the Venom Inc. thing came around because of the Keep It True festival in Germany. Empire of Evil were booked by Oliver Weisenhammer for the festival, and he had said, would you consider playing some Venom songs? And we were like, well, there's Venom songs in the set. He went, no. If I got Abaddon,
What if Abaddon came?
and it was, it was like, right, okay. So I've said in previous interviews, myself and Abaddon hadn't spoken to each other since 1998. And I think
That's why I'm in the middle. Look,
It's kind of like the Ramones.
I mean, there was every band goes through it. There's bullshit in every band,
Are you like? I mean, Cronos, has he sent a letter, a legal letter saying, "Hey guys, cease and desist"? Cease and desist.
No,
I mean, it happens. I mean, look at Rat. I mean, they got like 15 versions of Rat.
no, exactly.
But I mean, what was Cronos' take on this? I mean, there must have been some
I
discussion.
don't know, and at the end of the day, it's Venom Inc., Iron and Steel. The fans know who he is, the fans know who we are. In this band, you have the two founder members of the band. I don't want to get into this whole political thing, but every band who's got a frontman who is iconic, look at the frontman as that's the band.
Yeah.
Not true.
Not in this case.
He was the last person to join Venom at my invitation. I met him at a girlfriend's friend's house.
Yeah.
And we needed a rhythm guitarist. That's what we needed. We didn't need a vocalist, we had a vocalist. We needed a rhythm guitarist because our rhythm guitarist had left. Essentially, we were what? 2 guitars, bass, drums, and vocals. So we were a 5-piece in the initial stages. So the rhythm guitarist left. Met this guy. Never met him before. He said he was a guitarist. I was like, oh, he had long hair. Oh, he's into metal. Oh, he worked at Impulse Studios, Neat Records. Oh, right. I had been there and walked out with my tail between my legs, because at that point, you know, me and the other guys who I had around in the band, we couldn't afford to do a demo, you know, so it was like, whoa, that might be an inroad. So he was invited to a rehearsal. He came in as a rhythm guitarist, and the bass player left, as bands do.
Yep.
By default, he took over bass, and then I wrote Live Like an Angel, Die Like a Devil.
Yeah.
And the idea for that song was, I said to him, can you sing? And he was like, I'll give it a go. You know? So the idea was that Clive Archer, our original singer, was going to go off stage and do a costume change and come back on for Schizo. A lot of these songs were written before he joined the band.
That's important. That's an important point.
This is what people don't
And this is the majority
realize.
of the band, anyways, right?
Yeah, this is the majority.
But Cronos knows what's going on. He's not for it. He's against it. I mean, is he?
Of course, he'll be against
Yeah,
it.
he's
But I mean,
against
the other thing that people don't realise is, you know, I'll say this, that in 2005, that was the year that my mother was seriously ill, and I lost my mother at the end of that year. My mind wasn't on music, it wasn't on fucking a band name or anything like that, and I had already made my exit. You know, there was things went on, and I was like, oh, that's it. And he called me, and it was something to do with a license coming back for an album, which we were then going to pass to Sanctuary Records. And I was just like, my mind isn't on this. It's got to be on family. You know, I don't care. I really don't care what happens with this fucking album. Put it wherever the hell you want. It was during the course of that conversation he said, are you okay with me continuing Venom? Yeah. Is it a decision I regret? Yes. Because looking back, if my head had been right, if my head had been screwed on at that point, I would have said, I think we should just bury it now.
Or keep it on hold until...
Keep it on hold.
But then legally he didn't ask me, and the name of the band originally was put together by the two of us. So if you had a legal standing, he's asked one person, he hasn't asked the other person. Because I would have said no.
Which is why he didn't ask.
And that's why he didn't ask me, because I would have said no, I'm not okay with it. Venom is.
But let me ask you something, and I want to get to Tony also. I don't want to leave you out, man.
I'm enjoying listening, so it's cool.
From a legal standpoint, does he have legs? Can he carry on with Venom from a legal standpoint?
The only thing he's got, if we had a legal argument about it, the only thing he's got is that the recent longevity. He's got this period where he's been putting this out so people know that that's Venom. And that's fair enough, we're not disputing that. None of us are disputing that. What we're saying is that we have got what we've got, and everybody knows what it's about, and everybody understands it. And when we said, okay, let's call it Iron and Steel, everybody went, but you're Venom. You're Venom.
You got to use it.
Everybody else said, and we went, it's really nice to hear.
I think you guys sound great. And with Tony in the band, I think you guys are, you sound like fresh and rejuvenated, and you guys sound fantastic. New stuff. And you know what, Tony, and I want to get to you. I don't want to leave him out.
No, of course not.
You go in, you come into Venom, you've done 3.5 hours, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of history. I mean,
it was 10 years.
That's a lot of history. And do you find that, it's just the timing, the market, the grunge was in. Did you find that here we had some great material, but we got the shaft in a way? You did the wrong place at the wrong time.
At that particular time, like heavy metal was burgeoning. It was trying to stay alive. It was on the floor trying to breathe.
Yeah.
And then grunge came in, and we had a huge indie wave in Europe and throughout England. Oasis and Blur, and then you had Nirvana landed, and everybody wanted to move to Seattle and be depressed. And then there was this whole movement. So metal was struggling during then. I'd finished the tour. I got a call off Tony, and he said, look, I got a proposal, do you want to meet in a pub? I went down to a pub, and he said, look, Cronos has left, he's moving to America, he's doing his own project, we've got this album deal, we need a bass vocalist. You've been associated with us all this time, you know us almost as well as we know ourselves.
He knows us better than we know ourselves.
And he said,
and I know that you know that.
And he said, well, would you do it? And I didn't think, I've got to step into his shoe. I didn't think anything other than as any other player or fan would do of a genre or a piece of music. I went, what, play with you? Fuck yeah. And that was it, we were off. And when people said, yeah, but those are, and the time period and everything, and I said, look, my choice was a world without Venom or a world with Venom.
There you go.
And if I had to step in to keep the world with Venom, then that's what happened. Would the reunion the reunion they did in Dynamo have happened if we hadn't continued?
Yeah.
Would any of it have followed?
That's right, of course.
No. And you know, when kids come to me and go, you know, when the first album I ever heard of Venom was like Primeval, and then I found this whole back catalogue, and I said, look, I don't give a fuck when you find Venom, as long as you find Venom, because the world needs a Venom.
Yeah.
They need a Sex Pistols, they need a Venom,
Yeah.
they need a Nirvana. You know, they need somebody who just doesn't conform, isn't what you want to do, isn't homogenized, isn't perfect, isn't like, it's about, ooh, we got to look like this and look like that, and we should be like this. It just happens.
Yeah.
You know, it
I mean,
just
look,
happens.
there's so, black metal, the phrase, the generation, the genre,
Boom.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys must be honored in a sense, right? I mean, you've created.
Oh, absolutely. I
You
mean,
feel
it's-
sometimes like, sort of like the Ramones in a way, right? They feel like they created the genre,
and then it ran
but
away.
they never sort of cashed in. I don't want to say that word, but
Yeah.
never really cashed in on it.
I
Does
think
that-
you know, every forest fire needs a spark.
Yeah.
And I think we were the spark. We were the crowbar that knocked the doors down and said it's okay to do this.
Yeah.
And am I proud of it? Absolutely. Without us, without us
What would have
having an
happened? What would have
album
happened?
called black metal, without us saying we are black metal, without having a song called
death
black metal,
power metal, speed metal.
none of it would. All these genres,
All the
wouldn't have
genres,
happened.
all the genres came from one interview like this.
So that's the legacy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the album, new album, or a live album, or what's going on? Are you guys planning a live
You'll
album?
get
Are you writing
everything.
stuff?
You'll
Yeah.
get everything.
Are you writing
can.
new material?
Yes.
Have you writing new material? Or
Yes.
are we close to demo stage? Where are we at?
We're
This
very
demo
close to
stage
demo,
already.
Yeah, we've
Demo
already done
stage
some
So we're ready to hit the
demos.
studio and create some new
Yeah,
songs.
Well, the thing is, we've got some shows. We've got the Empire album, which we're finishing off. That will go in the new year. But we've got because we hit the ground like a paint tin and all the paint went out. It took us by surprise. So now we're trying to write and do the tours.
How about some names of some new tracks off the album? Anything?
Oh,
Anything?
not yet, not
Something
yet.
like Satan
No,
or
not
Black
yet,
or
not yet.
Satan's cocks.
Satan's Cock's very black.
Very black. Yeah.
You know we've got to write that song now,
Yeah,
don't you?
don't touch me, mum.
All right,
there.
guys, I'm gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Don't touch me, mum. There. She don't like
I
it.
love your enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I love how you guys come out on stage and it's just the electricity, the energy, and I wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank you so much. You know, that means great to hear. And you know, and for the fans as well, it's like, it's about purity. You know, it's not about religion, it's not about politics, it's about music. You equal us, we equal you. Without the fans, there's no
band.
Venom Inc. Guys, thanks.
Yeah, pleasure. Thank
You
you.
know what? I'm
so
not gonna do
much.
black metal. I'm gonna say Primeval. Primeval.
No,